Hey, what's up everybody? It's Amaya. So today's video is going to be my huge haul update video, and I'm super excited to do this because I've never done a haul update, but I think that they are one of the best ideas ever. Because a lot of times what happens is you see people do hauls and then you might hear a few reviews on certain products, but some of the products you may wonder, like, did you actually like that? Sometimes they kind of leave you hanging, you know? So I thought that today we would do the haul update. Spoiler alert, I really like almost all of these products and I'm really happy. That means it was a successful haul. So yeah, I won't give you any more spoilers. We're gonna get right into it. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitter and Instagram where the names are right over here. And all my other social medias will be linked down below, as well as all of the products that I mentioned in this video. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so what I actually did is I went back to my description box of my original haul video and I screenshot all of the products that I had so I can actually do them in order that I mentioned them in the haul, so it makes things really seamless and really easy. So the first thing that I had bought was MAC Fix Plus, and I already knew that I love this product, but as you can see, I'm down to here and I did the haul 3 weeks ago, and I had not used this before doing the haul, so that's a pretty good amount. I feel like I'm doing really good at like not using too much, not overusing it, but using it enough. I love this stuff so much. It just makes your makeup look so beautiful and dewy and hydrated. Almost gives it like that lived in look, which I really like. I love using this. I use it on my sister who's oily when I do her makeup. I just use a really matte setting spray first. And I use it on myself who's dry. I just think it's a really good all around finishing mist. I wouldn't necessarily use it as a setting spray because it's not really going to make your makeup last longer. I would just use it as kind of like a finishing spray to tone down the patterness of your look. After that, we had the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I had said that I was finishing up a bottle then, and I finished it up, and I have opened this one. I just opened it like 2 days ago, and again, I love this stuff. I love the mist on here too. It's like such a nice mist. It just is so fine and it gets the face so evenly. I actually prefer the spray on this as opposed to the MAC Fix Plus spray. This one is just so nice. Typically I like this underneath makeup better than over top of makeup, but I do use it for both. I kind of use these interchangeably, but I like this one. I feel like this actually helps make my base nice and tacky for makeup, and I do feel like it primes the skin really nicely. I also got a Benefit Roller Lash as a backup, and again, I love that mascara. It's my holy grail mascara. I don't have it here to show you because it's in my mascara drawer because I have not opened it yet, but still love that mascara. It's so good. So I had also picked up the Ulta birthday gift, which included a lip mask and then the Ulta Beauty Juice Infused lip oil, and I was talking about how I loved this lip oil so much, and I still do. I use it every single night before bed with another lip balm as well. So you can see I've gone pretty far. I loved it so much that I mentioned in the haul I picked up another one because they were having a sale, and I use this one too. I have them both open. One stays on my vanity and then one stays on my bedside table, so that way I can use them whenever I need it, and I just love them so much. It feels so smooth and nice on the lips. It's almost more like a gel formula as opposed to an oily formula, and it really does hydrate the lips, and I love the smell of these. This is the Cranberry and Pomegranate one. I love how these smell. So yeah, these guys are so good. Highly recommend them. So then I also picked up the tinted version of those. This is in the shade Tea Rose, and I'm actually wearing it on my lips today with a lip liner underneath, which I'm going to mention later. But I love this as well. It's very creamy. It's very pigmented. It's like a lip gloss and like a lip lacquer kind of in one. I mean, you guys can see like that's pretty pigmented. I love this shade. It's like a beautiful like mauve-y pink. It's just a perfect everyday pink. I feel like this is definitely thicker than the regular lip oils, but it's not gloopy, it's not sticky. I can actually wear this and be totally fine, whereas typically I do not like lip glosses at all. So this one is also really good, and I want to try more shades to see how they work. So then I had the Morphe Flawless Beauty Sponge, and I mentioned how I was really excited to try this because I have the other Morphe sponge right back here actually, which is this guy. This is like the highlight and contour one, and then I really wanted to try this one out because they're very similar and I love this one. So my thoughts on this. I don't love this, but I also don't hate it. I found myself having to remind myself to reach for this because I would use my other sponges over it. But when I would use it, I wouldn't necessarily find anything wrong with it. I just wasn't like dying to use it, you know what I mean? So I would go to use it, and I just feel like it's a little bit harder than this Morphe sponge and some other sponges that I have. It's not hard by any means, it's just a little bit denser. It washed well, I did wash it, and it washed fine. I just find that it's just thick. This does absorb water nicely, it gets nice and soft, it gets big. It's just kind of dense. So for that reason, if I had to choose which Morphe sponge to go for, I would go for this guy. I just like the shape and the texture of it better, but this one is not bad. I don't regret buying it, it's just not my favorite. So next I have the lip liner that I'm wearing right now, and it's the Catrice Lip Foundation Pencil in the shade Caramel Blonde To Go. I still really like this lip liner. I mentioned how I had used it a few times before the haul and how I really did like it, but I didn't want to give you like a good review just then because I hadn't tried it out enough. And you guys, I have sharpened this like 3 times already. It is so good. It's very creamy. I love the color. It's nice and nude and light without being like concealer lips, and it really does go well under pretty much any nude. I find that it can be just a tiny bit drying, but it's not too bad as long as you're using a lip product over top of it that isn't too like thick or heavy, which I wouldn't wear anyway, you know what I mean? I feel like it does last a long time, and it's pigmented and creamy without being like too slip slidey all over the place. So really like this, and I want to pick up some more colors. So next I had picked up the liquid catsuit eyeshadow in the shade Shells and Whistles from Wet n Wild. I was talking about how I'm so into liquid eyeshadows, and I swatched this for the first time on camera, and I was just wowed at how stunning it was. And still, every time I open this up, I'm just like stunned by how like liquid metal it is. It's literally liquid metal. It's gorgeous. And I have to say, I really do like these liquid eyeshadows. I feel like I can just swipe this on, pat it out with my finger, put a little mascara on, and it just gives my eyes a very nice like shiny look without any glitter or shimmer. It looks very natural and very beautiful. So this actually prompted me to go out and pick up another one of these because I wanted to try a different shade. So I got the liquid catsuit in Cashmere Love. And the first thing I noticed is that this one is so glittery, while this one has no glitter. So there's definitely different formulas within the liquid catsuit eyeshadow line. So be careful of that when you're looking in store. If you're not someone who likes glitter, or maybe you are someone who really wants glitter, check your shade, because like I said, this one has zero glitter in it. It's literally liquid metal, whereas this guy is super duper glittery. That's what it looks like right here. A little bit of silver, a little bit of gold. Just a very nice like deep smoky color. But this shade has so many flecks of glitter in it, and I love it. When you put this on the eyes, it just looks sparkly and metallic. The only thing about these ones that have more glitter in them, I noticed that if you apply too much to the lid, it can kind of get like flaky. It doesn't flake off. You can just see like there's like little flakes, and sometimes you just have to like scratch them off with your finger. And continuing on with our liquid eyeshadow theme, I had picked up 2 of the Essence Metal Shock eyeshadows, and I still love these. I mentioned in the video that I really liked both of these, and I still do. So this one is in the shade Solar Explosion. It's like a bright yellowy gold with some silver in it. I really do like that this has silver in it because it makes it a more wearable gold. It makes it lighter, doesn't make it as like dark. It's just so pretty, and I do love layering this over other eyeshadows just to give a little extra punch. And then I have Stars and Stories. Is that what this one's called? Stars and Stories. And I actually did a tutorial. It was like my glam taupe makeup look, I think it was called. And I used this guy, I kind of featured it. And this one, same thing. Absolutely stunning. It's right over here. It's just so gorgeous. It's a beautiful pink purpley shade with some silver glitter. Absolutely love these guys, and I want to pick up more shades of them as well. They're just so easy to use for an everyday look, for a very glam like cut crease look. You can literally use these for anything, and I find that they wear for so long without creasing, and they're so cheap. This lip balm, you guys, this Jack Black Intense Therapy lip balm, this stuff is so good. I think I have found my favorite lip balm of all time, which is a bold claim because I have such a hard time finding good lip balms. This is what I use every single night along with my lip oil. I put them both on like a nice heavy layer, and I wake up and it's completely absorbed into my lips. You know how sometimes you put on either a thick lip balm or just a lot of lip balm, and you wake up in the morning and it's like crusty around your lips. You feel like you have like this mask on top of your lips. That is not the case for this at all. Sometimes I'll feel a little bit of residue, but it's like a nice moisturizing residue, or I will have nothing at all. My lips will just be hydrated and supple and gorgeous. This has really saved my lips so much. I really love it. I have mine in the scent flavor, grapefruit and ginger. Not sure if they have other ones. This was the only one they had at my Ulta. It does have kind of like a grape medicine scent, but I've kind of like learned to love it. Next we have the Essence Keep It Perfect Makeup Fixing Spray. As you can see, I have gone through quite a bit of this. I did use this in my prom tutorial that I uploaded, and I think this is such a great setting spray, especially for the price. The spray on it, not the greatest, but it's not the worst either. I can totally use it. I have ones that are better and I also have ones that are worse. So it doesn't really bother me, but it's not like the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. It's nowhere near that quality, but it's still good. And I feel like this really does make my makeup last. It keeps any unwanted shininess and like makeup breaking up that I don't want. It keeps that at bay. I do feel like it does make my makeup last longer. I have used this on my sister who is oily and it did look really nice on her. And I am also dry. So it does not make my makeup look cakey or gross, and it doesn't make me feel dried out either, even though it is kind of like a mattifying type of spray. I don't feel like it makes me look dry, you know? I also picked up another one of the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealers, and I'm in the shade Light Beige. I just hate that this concealer only has 3 shades and they're all really light. This is the darkest shade that they make. That's insane. At least on the Ulta website. I don't know if they have more on the Catrice website, but on the Ulta website, this is the darkest shade, and I think that's a little bit crazy. However, I do love this concealer. I have a little bit of it on today, and I just feel like it creates a very smooth, seamless, full coverage canvas underneath your eyes, and it just looks so good. It doesn't feel dry, doesn't look cakey. I love this concealer. I also tried out the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour, and I have mine in the shade C2. This one, I can't decide how I feel about it. I feel like there was a few times that I used it and it did look kind of dry underneath my eyes. There was other times that it looked fine underneath my eyes. I use it on my sister that I keep mentioning, who's oily and acne prone, and it looks so beautiful on her under eyes. So I think that this is definitely something that I would gear more towards combo, maybe oily skin, because it looks really great on her. I don't notice any dryness on her, but I have noticed some dryness on me. I feel like when I use less of it, I notice less dryness, so I feel like if you're someone who has very dry under eyes, maybe just being cautious of how much that you use. That's a good thing. I don't find that it's super crazy full coverage, and I know that people love like these giant applicators, but I actually don't like it that much. I'm gonna keep using this for sure. It's a little bit late for me right now, especially moving into summer, but I'm gonna keep using it on my sister. I'm gonna keep using it on me. It's a good concealer. It's just definitely not one of my favorites. I also picked up the Kiss Blowout Lash in Pixie, and I mentioned that I had worn these before, but I wanted to wear them a few more times before I really gave you guys a good review. And I have to say, I do really like these. These are so comfortable on the eyes. They're very lightweight and they look very natural, and I feel like they are everything I like in a lash. They are gorgeous. I do like them and I do recommend them. I did not get to test out my Lavender Fields bath bomb. It just got really warm after I filmed that video. We've had a bunch of nice weeks full of beautiful weather, so bath time hasn't really been on my mind. I've also been super busy. I do intend to use this in the near future, however, so sorry I can't give you guys a review on this. I was really sad. I was going to try to fit in a bath sometime, but I was like, I really need to get this video up and rolling. It's almost going to be a month since I've done this haul, so I'm sorry, but I have not tried this out yet, but I will put it in empties or something and give you guys an update. So next I had picked up the metallic glitter from NYX in the shade Lumi Light, and again, I still stand by what I said about this in my haul. It's gorgeous. I love the NYX glitter formulas. I feel like they are nice and cheap. They're a great glitter from the drugstore. Absolutely beautiful, and I love how fine this is. It's almost like a pigment, but still glittery, and it's just the most interesting color with those yellow, green, almost like red, orange reflex in it, but a white base. It's just so interesting and so unique. I've never seen a glitter like this, and I love it. I also talked about how I had recently discovered the Sonia Kashuk blending sponges, and you guys, as you can see, this one is hella dirty and this one is clean. I have not used this one yet, and I did wash these and they washed amazingly. This is such an amazing sponge. I use this for my everyday makeup because I feel like it's so big, it's so fast, and because it's bigger, it doesn't give you as much full coverage as something like this sponge would give you, but it gives you such an even, flawless coverage. I don't feel like it sucks up a lot of product either. I really like using this underneath my eyes. You can do contour and highlight and foundation and concealer all using one sponge, which is awesome. I really, really love this sponge, and I think these are a great deal. Like I said, you can get a 2-pack for $10 or one for $7. So either way, I recommend doing the 2-pack because you get 2 for $5. But if you only want to try one out, you can do the 1 for $7. But these are awesome sponges, and I really recommend you guys go and try them out. These Kiss acrylic nails, I feel like they're exactly worth $5, and that's not a good thing. I feel like they're just kind of cheap. They're very flimsy. They're very thin, which is a good thing. I like my nails to be thinner, but they're just too thin. I don't really like these. Not gonna, nah, I don't like them. The e.l.f. Shimmer Palette has quickly become one of my most favorite palettes and most favorite highlighter formulas ever. These guys are such an interesting texture. I said it in that video, but they are almost greasy. Like, they feel very almost yucky, like oily, and you're like, heck to the no, this is gonna break up my makeup, this is gonna make me look gross, I'm gonna hate this. It almost feels like lip balm, but these are so stunning on the skin. I'm wearing it underneath a powder highlight today, and you guys, I don't even know if you can really see them on my skin because they're just so brightening. It's really weird because they're not without color. Like, they're definitely like on the whitish side, and you would think that that would look very like ashy on the face, but it's the weirdest thing. I will put this on my cheeks and I'll turn it to the side and I'll be like, oh yeah, you can definitely see like it's white. It's like a light color. You can see that there's color, but I turn to the front and it's invisible. There's nothing. It's the weirdest thing ever. You don't get that weird ashy stripe. Then you turn to the side and it's like, bing, it looks like you literally have like a light on your face that's like blinding people, but in the most natural way possible. These are glitter free. I find that they do last a fairly long time on the skin. I always set them with a powder highlight, so I don't know how they would wear just by themselves, but I feel like I always want to set my creams with at least a little bit of powder, so I do. Awesome, awesome palette. Totally underrated and totally a hidden gem at the drugstore that more people need to look into. I didn't even attempt to try out this glitter single again from Wet n Wild. I'm just like gonna go cry in a hole about how stunning this is and how awful it is on the eyes. It's just gross. It's Vaseline with a little bit of glitter in it, and it feels yucky. I'm gonna give this to my sister and see if she wants it. It doesn't even look good, which is so sad because it's such a beautiful color, and they could have really done something cool with these. They could have really made this work, and they didn't. They dropped the ball, Wet n Wild. You dropped the ball. I also got the Sephora Bite Beauty gift. I think the lipstick is in one of my bags. I think it's in my school bag, and I have yet to clean that out, and it's over there. I don't feel like running over and getting it, but there's a little lipstick, and then you get this little lip crayon, and then you get these 2 samples of a lip scrub and a lip balm. I still have to try out the lip balm and lip scrub. To be honest, I forgot I had it until I looked in here right now, and I was like, crap. But this I love. I have been using this on my everyday makeup looks. As you can see, I kind of have like a little bit of a nub there. I've definitely dulled it down. It's just such a beautiful shade. Looks very gorgeous on the lips, and it is matte, but I don't feel like it's super drying. I don't find that it's like the longest lasting lip product that I have, but it's also not gonna disappear in like 30 minutes. I feel like I can eat a little bit with this, and it doesn't like smear, and it does last a little bit. I just think it's a gorgeous shade as well. Let me swatch it for you guys. This is in the shade Glacé. That's what it looks like right there. It's kind of like a pinky mauve. It almost looks darker on here than when you put it on your lips. And then actually the lipstick in Chai, the Mousse Bouche lipstick in Chai, I used that in my Glam Taupe tutorial, I think, and it actually looks very similar to this shade right here. So they're very, very similar, and I like both of the formulas. They're both very pretty. So this next product is probably the only product that I'm kind of on the fence about, and it's the Sephora Gel Serum Concealer, and I have mine in the shade Fondant. And the thing about this concealer is it's very weird to me. That's what it looks like swatched. And it's a very thin formula, but I don't feel like it's moisturizing. So typically thinner concealers are more moisturizing, but I feel like this one is actually kind of drying. I feel like on my under eyes, when I do a no makeup look, I just will use concealer. I don't use any foundation. So when I put this underneath my eyes, I find that my under eyes just look kind of dry. And I used it today, and I didn't notice that when I used it over foundation and stuff like that. But by itself, I didn't really like it. I don't know if it's worth $14, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't feel great about it, but I also don't hate it so much where I would return it or get rid of it, you know? I'll keep using it, Maybe in an empties or something you guys will hear an update, or I'll update you in a future video. So far, I have the Sephora cream lip stain in Pink Souffle. This is such a stunning pinky purpley sort of shade. I'll swatch it right up here. It's just so gorgeous. I love it. I love the formula of these. I actually haven't worn this like full out by itself. I've layered it with some other lip products and it looks gorgeous. It's either like my favorite liquid lip formula ever. They're so good, and they're only 14 bucks, so I recommend going and checking them out, whether you get this shade or a different shade. They're awesome. So I ended up not testing out the Alba Botanica Fast Fix Sheet Mask. It's a papaya anti-acne hypoallergenic mask because I'm going to give it to my sister. I was going to try it out the other day, and then I realized that it's an anti-acne mask, and I was like, I can still use it. It'll still work fine, but I don't really have any acne issues. I get breakouts here and there, but I don't have an acne issue per se. I'll try to include it in an empty so you guys can kind of hear what she thought about it. But as for me, I decided to give it to her because I feel like it would just kind of be wasted on me, where it could actually do something good to her. This dewy highlight and contour sponge from Real Techniques is an everyday makeup staple for me. These two sponges are just my everyday thing. They're my everyday jam. I love them. As you can see, this one has been used. I did wash it as well, and it washed beautifully. I just love this side for contouring, and I love this side for highlighting. I just love the texture of the sponge. Everything about this is awesome, and it's such an underrated sponge. It's so good, and I don't know. People are sleeping on this. You need to try it out, especially if you're into cream contouring, which I know is kind of coming back. Cream highlighting, cream contouring. This is your girl. Next, I had the e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer, and it came in a set with the daily face wash and the eye cream, which is right here. I have the face wash in my bathroom. I have that one as a backup, and I'm almost finished with it, so it's just staying in my bathroom for right now. This one I am just about to open because this is what my other e.l.f. Daily Hydration moisturizer looks like. It is flat. I am basically squeezing product out of this. I feel like this is the first eye cream that has actually done anything for me, and that's a bold claim because I kind of thought eye creams were bogus. I thought it was something that like you would use and it was more of a preventative product than actually a product that you would see improvement in. So when I used this, I was like, it's e.l.f. Like, I just kind of have low expectations because it's cheaper. Not saying that it's going to be bad, but I just didn't have any expectations for this. And this kind of blew my mind. My under eyes have looked so much better. I have so much less redness underneath my eyes. If you will look back at my past videos, you will see how much redness and how much darkness I had under my eyes. And if you look at more recent videos of mine, like in my tutorials and stuff when I have no makeup on, the difference is unreal, and I feel like it just makes my under eyes so hydrated and so beautiful. It really does brighten them. I feel like it has made a difference. This is the illuminating eye cream, by the way. So good. I would highly recommend this. Then I have the Valgene Labs Hydrate Hyaluronic Acid and Vitamin B5 Facial Serum. So as you can see, I've gone through quite a bit of this. I use this every single day and night. I said before that I wasn't really sure how I felt about this, but honestly, you guys, I really, really like this. I think this has also helped my skin immensely become nice and, I don't want to say puffy, what's the word? Plump. Plump is the word. I feel like that has definitely helped my under eyes because I will actually put it underneath my eyes as well as all around my face, and I will put it around my cheek area, which I think it's just helped my face in general. I feel like the hyaluronic acid really makes my skin look really nice. It leaves it not feeling dry, but not feeling hydrated either. It just kind of leaves it neutral and balanced, which I really, really like. And then the last thing I had is the Super Aqua Moist Facial Mist. This is from the brand IOU, and I am right here on the bottle. I'm more than halfway through. I love this stuff. It's so nice. It smells so good, and it's just a great daily facial mist. I'll use it in the morning and at night as the last step of my skincare routine, just to give a nice mist all over the face, make me feel nice and hydrated. It sinks into the skin really nicely. I will also use this over top of makeup, similar to how I would use a Fix Plus, and just makes everything look so beautiful. It doesn't break up my makeup or anything like that. This is so good, and I feel like it just makes my skin feel so hydrated without making it feel sticky or oily or greasy or gross. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys like it. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you like that I did a haul update, please let me know. If you have any opinions on these products, also let me know. I'm kind of getting in the mood to buy more makeup though, because I recently started working a lot. So I have a lot of extra cash, and I'm like, looking at like e.l.f. and ColourPop, and I'm like, there might be another haul in the future, in the near future, in the next month or so. So we'll see. No promises. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.